What's poppin', everybody? We have 3 NFL preseason games today. Let's get right to it. This is a Lock Logic with Top Sports Debate, where we give you all AI plays, back with a lot of research, back with a lot of analysis, and presented by your boy. First, you got our free membership where you can join free and get some free plays every single day. Right there. All access to every single thing that we have with the Lock Logic. You can do it 25 weekly, 80 monthly, or 700 for the best value. And since we have preseason going on right now, you can take advantage of Preseason 30. That is a discount where you can test it out. You can take advantage of some plays and all the good stuff. We have it right here. Preseason 30 off first payment. Yesterday was brutal. Can't hold you up. Literally nothing went according to plan. With the AI plays yesterday, we had some that we absolutely liked, but didn't come through. With the Chargers and Texans game, we was all over the Chargers. Thought that was going to be great. And also we had, I think, is that the only one we did with the game? I think that's probably the only one, but we didn't end up winning with that. But it's a new day. That means it's a new dollar. So let's bring it back. All right. First game, we have the Jets versus the Steelers. 7 p.m. Two bums fighting over $1. Cut the music. Let's get it. I don't know why I did PDF this way. I don't like this format because it's harder to see. But it is late in the day, so let's just run through it. All right. We have our final prediction, as the Steelers won in 21-17. We got the spread, Steelers plus 1.5. Like the Steelers with that one. Moneyline like the Steelers with that. Game like the lean on the under. And Pittsburgh receiving like the over. The main angle, New York may own early game personnel edge, but Pittsburgh have more of a attractive full quarterback rotation. The Jets are expected to give Geno Smith and all available starters work, while Pittsburgh is leaning on Will Howard and Jewel for a 60-minute preseason bet. The Steelers' young quarterback production from game 1 is the key reason for AI prefers Pittsburgh. See, we had game 1 on both sides, and we go to the next one. Quarterback battle. Why Pittsburgh get the edge? Looking what everybody did the first game, you got their offense. 331 yards, 313 yards. That's at 313 Detroit, and a total of 385. Pittsburgh moved the ball efficiently against Green Bay. Jewel was the standout, completing 10 for 13, 153 yards, and 2 passing touchdowns. Will Howard also completed 7 for 9. That give Pittsburgh 2 young QBs who showed they can sustain offense after the starters leave. Receiving depth, you've seen what the receivers end up doing. New York offensive signals. Braylon Allen is the explosive piece to watch. He ran 4 times for 44 yards and a touchdown against Tampa Bay, including a 31-yard run. But the Jets finished with only 91 yards in their passing rotation, produced 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Potential early edge. Geno and available starters can give New York its best window in the opening portion of the game. That's why the full game Steelers angle is stronger with the AI predictions. Well, if we look at the AI card with the ranks, we have the Steelers to cover the spread, or you got them to win straight out. Confidence, 8 out of 10 with the spread. With the straight up money line, 7.5 confidence. Steelers receiving over 7 out of 10 confidence, and the under is 6 out of 10. I think the under is higher in my opinion. But you get it. Pass, but don't force it. Jets, first half, 2.5 New York starters. Make the angle understandable, but the price and a preseason volatility make it less attractive. But you got that as an option. You see Jets first quarter money line, Steelers rushing on over, and Jets rushing over. You can add those if you like to, but we are keeping it simple since it's preseason. Second game, we are going with the Panthers and the Jaguars. Both teams is starting starters, so we will probably get more of an explosive game. The market have Carolina to win this one, total 37.5. Quick read, we have Carolina QB depth. We got Bryce Young, Kenny Pickett, Kyle Trace. How you spell it? Not trash, Trace. Give Carolina multiple experience options across the quarters. Jacksonville run game. Jacksonville ran 36 times for 118 yards versus New Orleans. Taylor carried 22 times for 78 yards and a touchdown. Carolina passing style. Carolina completed 22 out of 33 versus Buffalo, but only produced 163 receiving yards. Efficient underneath, not explosive. Late game angles, preseason games swing after starters exit. Carolina reserves QB experience is the main reason we side with that lean. What the last game tell us? Looking all of that. Kenny Pickett, 16 for 19. Performance is the strongest Carolina signal. It was not explosive, but in a preseason, an experienced backup who can sustain drives is valuable. Carolina, 25 completions, produce only 163 receiving yards, which also creates an under angle on the team receiving market. Jacksonville key. The Jags show a willingness to keep running. Their 36 attempts produce 118 yards. Taylor carried 22 times. That volume is more important. Now, when we go to the plays with our logic, Panthers money line, confidence is 8.5 out of 10, which is wild. Panthers to cover the spread, 8 out of 10. Jacksonville Jaguars over on a rushing yard, 7.5 out of 10. Panthers under on receiving, 7 out of 10. Full game over, 6 out of 10 right there. And a projected score, 23-20. Place to pass. You can pass that Carolina first half spread, Jacksonville over, and Carolina rushing over. Remember, this is preseason, so take a lot of this with a grain of salt. Last game, we have the Packers versus the Broncos, which reads, do we have? Very simple, very easy. The game projected to go 24-16. Halftime, Broncos up 13-7. At least me and AI agree with this one. I think Broncos win this one. Coming to spread, I don't know, but let's see. First half spread, Broncos. I like this. Have this with my main plays. 4 out of 5. Team rush yards. Packers under 87 yards, 4 out of 5. Broncos over on the team rush yards, 3.5 out of 5. Team receiving, we got the Packers under right there, under 209, basically 210 yards, 3.5 in the first half, under 3 out of 5. Why Denver have the edge? They won 27-7 over Atlanta, 359 yards, 162 rushing, did good. The Broncos also held Atlanta to only 59 rushing yards, which is wow. Green Bay week 1 at 28-9, the loss of Pittsburgh with only 160 yards total, just wasn't good at all, and they also gave up 5 sacks. The biggest matchup advantage is Denver's ability to run the football versus Packers offense that struggled to create rushing efficiency and explosive offense in its openers. Best bet, we have Broncos first half to cover. And you see Happy Juice, you can read that. Packers under on rushing yards and Broncos over on rushing yards. These are the plays. No need to be a lame when you can join the Hall of Fame. Let's make sure we get up to at least 310 today. We at least aiming for 10 subscribers every single day. Keep it going. Let's go and test this out.